Alright guys, and we're here for part 2, opening the second box of Lost Origin. If you didn't catch the first one, there'll be a link to it just up here. But my first box opening video, so it's a little rough. This one should go a little bit smoother. Just crack this one open and we'll get going. Yeah, so far we've gotten a Kyurem Zoroark Vstar, probably my favorite hit from that last box, and the Alternate Art Pikachu Vmax. Both really solid cards. And the fact that I got the Zoroark as a double, like I got a Steelix in the same pack, pretty stoked on that. Yeah, let's see how we go with this. Since we're talking about the Zoroark, we'll start off with the pack art with the Zoroark. If I can get into it. Alright, get rid of that code card. And fire energy? Water energy. Alright, Chorus Experiment. Solid start. Look at the top 5 cards of your deck. Put 3 of them into your hand and then loss on the other 2. Helps you set up things like Mirage Gate and the Giratina Vstar. Silcoon, Machoke, Apom, Spinark, Litwick, Roselia, Rockruff, just the happiest little pup, and the gold Mew Vmax. Let's go. That's a hit. Is it a double? Right here. That's sick. That's actually, I hate Mew, but like that's a nice card. It's like the black and gold. I just love that they've done that. And I like that they've kind of pick and choose what they're doing it for. It's like, oh, this deck's actually meta. Like, let's make it look sick. Dark Energy, Roserade, Fantina. So you can only use it if you got 10 cards in the Lost Zone. Your Pokemon take 120 less damage during your opponent's next turn from their Pokemon V. Pretty cool. Bronzong, Growlithe, Litwick, and yeah, I'm gonna be going kind of fast through these. Slugma, Clefairy, Moon Watching Party. So once during your turn, if this Pokemon is in the active spot, you can search your deck for each of your bench Clefairy and attach a Psychic Energy from your deck to those. So you can bounce them around, use like Escape Rope, Switch, Scoop Up Nets. It's just this particular one can only be used once each turn unless you Scoop Up Net it. And then Wonderstorm, 20 damage for each Psychic Energy attached to all your Pokemon. Or you can put a Weird Area, pop it into the active, and it does 40 energy, or 40 damage for each energy attached to it, and you can move as many energy to it from your other Pokemon. But yeah, like I was saying, gonna be just kind of speeding through these since we did do a part 1 of the box opening. Just we're not doubling up on anything. In case you're kind of here for the whole ride, don't want to be reading off every single common and uncommon kind of thing. All right. Grass Energy? Let's go. Oracle, Airzu, busted for GLC. Search your deck for 3 evolution Pokemon and put them into your hand. Then shuffle your deck. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Porygon 2, Garbage Attack, 20 damage. Does 20 damage for each Pokemon tool in the Lost Zone. So the name of the attack kind of emphasizes what it is, but it does work with that Rotom V. Poliwag, Kyurem Growlithe, Litwick, Slugma, another Clefairy, halfway to another playset. Kyurem V, Rapid Freeze, attach any number of water energy cards from your hand to your Pokemon in any way you like. That's a little bit broken. Combo with like Bucket and Lady and just rush out energy really fast. And triple water, Frost Smash, 140 damage. There is the Kyurem Vmax in the set. I like that they're still doing the Vmaxes, that it's not like, oh yeah, we gave up on them when Vstars came out. So now we've got kind of the balance of 2 prizers that are really strong. There's single prizers that can still hold their own, and triple prizers. Right, Abomasnow, Panic Mask. Prevent all damage done to this Pokemon from your opponent's Pokemon that have 40 HP or less remaining. So if you're not quite getting a knockout on a Vstar or a Vmax, but you got them low enough, they're not going to be doing the same to you. Kamala, all just a dream. If this Pokemon is asleep and is knocked out from damage of your opponent's Pokemon, they don't take a prize card for it. So, and then Collapse, 60 damage. This Pokemon's now asleep. Put Glimwood Tangle in play, so it's stays asleep going into your opponent's turn, and then it's kind of like, yeah, hit me. What you gonna do? Inkay, solid for GLC since it's got Call for Family. Search your deck for 2 basic Pokemon and put them onto your bench. And there is a very solid dark type Malamar for it. Talked about it in the first part of the video though, so I won't go into it too much. Oddish and Full Art Opal. So flip 2 coins, search your deck for any number of heads that you got and put them into your hand. Kinda cool. Kingdra. Seething Current. Once during your turn, you may have either player shuffle their hand into their bottom of their deck, and if they've done that, they draw 4 cards. So essentially Marnie, but you pick and choose who it's affecting. Kinda cool, actually. I like that. Like disruption on single prizers is nice. And the fact that it evolved from the Seadra that has Swim Freely, and we'll definitely be seeing some play. So if you need some draw support in your deck or some disruption, you have the option of that Kingdra, or you have the option of the Battle Styles Kingdra. Vstar marker. Do we get a Vstar in the pack? I really wish that was how it worked. Mirage Gate. If you have 7 or more cards in the Lost Zone, search your deck for 2 basic energy of different types and attach them to your Pokemon in any way that you like. Jinx. Inkay. Scovet. The Useless Phalanx. Panic Mask. Landorus. I really hope Phalanx gets like a Vmax or a Vstar, and like that they do it in a very funny way. Like the V will be rotating and they'll put it out just before it rotates, kind of thing. Like just to like twist that knife. Phalanx was so fun. So fun. Like the Phalanx V, you take, I think it's 20 less damage for each one in play. And then Mew came along and it's like, oh, you're weak to me. Even if you take less damage, you're still gonna die. Alright. Hydeskin, Carbink, Rhydon, Binacle, Goomy, Bronzor, Nova, Jinx, Reverse Ariados, and Magnezone Vstar. Let's go. Magnetic Grip, 180 damage. Search your deck for up to 2 item cards, reveal them and put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. That's actually kind of bonkers. A good thing we don't have Electro Power in rotation still. And Electro Star. This attack does 90 damage to 2 of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Don't apply weakness or resistance to it. It's the V-Star attack though, so like, not awesome, but I guess if you're doing 180 to something, 90 damage brings it up to 270. Almost getting like a V-Star that way. One shot's Palkia as well, and 90 damage to 2 bench things, so if they've got like Drizzles they're setting up, just be like, yeah. Right, Fire Energy. We got a hot pack coming up. Sliggoo, Electrike, Juana, Zorua, Binacle, Goomy. Anytime I see Goomy, I just think of that Goomy Hold Mace song. Snover, Reverse Snorlax. Didn't even realize there was Snorlax in the set. Unfazed Fat, prevent all damage of attacks from your opponent's Pokemon done. Wait, what? Prevent all effects of attacks from your opponent's Pokemon done to this Pokemon. Oh, effects, not damage. Yeah, damage is not an effect. Thumping Snore. This Pokemon is now asleep. During Pokemon checkup, flip 2 coins instead of 1. If either of them is tails, this Pokemon is still asleep. Okay, so you give the mechanical arm to this guy, I guess. Is kind of the idea. Dugong. Psychic Energy, another Colress, Silicune, Machoke, Mindfu, Litleo, Ghastly, Ducklet. Is it Claymation? Oh, it's Claymation, I didn't notice. That's a sick card for that, actually. Another Pikachu. I think that's my 3rd one, actually. And the Poliwrath, so you can set up that Politoed for one day. Probably just on a casual league night. Alright. Feel Energy. Called it. talked about them this time actually. So choose a basic Pokemon from your discard pile and switch it with one of your basic Pokemon in play. Any attached cards, damage counters, special conditions, turns in play, and any other effects remain on the new Pokemon. So kind of like Ditto V, but as a supporter card. You can be cheating out things, so you could essentially run Regigigas, accelerate energy out to one of your Regis, and then turn it into like an amazing rare Yveltal. Seems to be kind of the crazy combo going around I've seen. Minshao, Lady, Delos, Mindfood, Litleo, Ghastly, Ducklet, Reverse Lagoo, and the Machamp, the dude. Solid card for Gym Leader Challenge, and pre-release, I'm pretty sure it dominated. I didn't get to go to one actually. If you did though, let me know, and let me know how much ass you kicked with this four-arm bastard. Crisis Muscles. If you have 3 or fewer prize cards remaining, if your opponent has 3 or fewer prize cards remaining, this Pokemon gets plus 150 HP, so it brings it up to 300 HP on a single prizer. Does 100 damage for 2 fighting energy, and you may do 100 more damage. If you do during your next turn, this Pokemon can't attack. So you can do 200. Choice Belt, Grant, 260. Kinda nuts. I love it. I love Machamp. All the Gen 1 guys that like evolved by trading, I don't know, they're all just sick except Golem. You're not so sick though. But Alakazam, Machamp, Gengar, Golem. Other 3, yeah. You're a Golem fan, I'm really sorry. I don't know, it's just a rock. It's a lizard that's stuck in a rock. And it evolved from a living rock, so like, is Geodude really just a small lizard that's stuck inside of a boulder and is just slowly growing his way out? Like, I don't know, it seems a little morbid. Water Energy. Mirage Gate. Got 7 cards in the Lost Zone. Accelerate out 2 energy. Airzu. Search for 3 evolution. Porygon 2 with that garbage attack. Seedot, Horsey, Meditite, Delos, Spectrier. So for a Psychic Energy, choose 2 of your opponent's Pokemon in play and put 2 damage counters on each of them. That's kind of cool. And Phantom Strike, 120 damage for 2 Psychic and a Colorless. During your next turn, this Pokemon can't use Phantom Strike. Okay. Seems fine. And Cramorant. Lost Provisions. If you have 4 more cards in the Lost Zone, ignore all energy of this Pokemon's attack cost. Oh, 2 water and a colorless. Innocently? What? 110 damage. This attack's damage isn't affected by weakness. Oh, okay, so it's just a flat 110. Like, it's not getting against fire guys. Like, if it's up against NTV, you're not one-shotting it. Although I think that's what, like 240 HP or something anyway, so wouldn't be doing it anyway. Anyhow, Dark Energy, Lost City. When Pokemon are knocked out, they go in the Lost Zone instead of the discard. A little vicious. Seadra, swim freely, so you can accelerate with Finian, and then Hydrojet, 20 damage, one of your opponent's Pokemon for each water energy attached to it. Wurmple, Dynamo, Seedot, another Horsey, Meditite, Reverse Raichu, and Moveland. Come on, Moveland. Why are you in here? I need you in Pokemon Go, I don't need you in card game. Grass Energy, Woo, Dominion, Torkoal, Makuhita, Electrike, Murkrow. Is there a Honchkrow in the set? I feel like we haven't seen a Honchkrow in the set. Shuppet, Wurmple, Reverse Spiritomb, Cursed Message. This Pokemon is knocked out by damage from an attack from your opponent's Pokemon. Search your deck for a card and put it into your hand, then shuffle your deck. Pretty cool. And then Chain of Spirits, 10 damage plus 60 more damage for each Spiritomb in the discard. So if you've got 4, 240, 250, attached Choice Belt, 280. Use a Ditto to be able to use this thing's attack and keep one-shotting Vstars. And the Berserker! Yeah! Feeling fine, draw 3 cards, and then Treasure Rush, 20 damage for each card in your hand. Kinda cool. Not like crazy nuts, but like this professor's research doing 140 damage. Oh yeah, no, that's actually no, it's not good. It's not good. I take that back. No, that's cool. Did the math. If it was 30. Great. Lightning energy, Gastrodon, Lampent, Gift energy, essentially Lucky Egg as a colorless energy, Phantom, Makahita, Electrike, Murkrow, Shuppet, Kamala, and Mimikyu. Worst gift, 10 damage, and then 10 more damage for each damage counter on all of your opponent's Pokemon. Another solid GLC card. Like, I paused it. Pokemon's definitely... They've caught on that GLC is a thing, and they're keeping it in mind. Or they're just... They like Psychic in GLC. They're getting a lot of support. Alright. Fighting Energy. Sliggoo. Swanna. Electrike. Dinark. Paris. Inkay. Basculin. Phantom. Another Radiant Hisuian Sneasler. So during checkup, poison does an extra 2 damage counters. So it's essentially like Toxicroak. And Hoopa. Alright, I'm thinking water energy. Never mind, I didn't do the trick correctly. Nuzleaf, Relicanth, Lost Vacuum, Pinion, Dinark, Paris, Inkay, Basculin, Wind Up Arm, that Snorlax and Koala, and Spectrier. Did we get little horse riding horse? Did he get a card? Calyrex? I wonder if he got a card in this set. It was like both of his horse dudes did. Alright, Vstar marker. Seadra, Thornton, Lady, Oregon, Inkay, Flipbug, Pinion. Oh, I see some Lost Zone. Mr. Mime, Comfy. Hell yeah. I think that's just about a playset from Comfy from this box. Unless I'm thinking of the other box in this box. Almost had a playset of Comfy in some way. Psychic Energy, Misfortune Sisters, Oregon 2, Lake Ossity, another Clefairy, Azalea, Oregon, Inkay, Flipbug, Reverse Seadra, Gliscor. Yeah, nice. Clefairy. I'm psyched for Clefairy. I don't know. Are you guys building the Clefairy deck? I feel like everyone should try out the Clefairy deck. It's a common. So easy to get. You literally just need 4 of them and like a weird or 2, which is like a $2 card. It's gonna be like a $5 deck. Steel Energy, Gift Energy, Boss City, Dottler, Gligar, Gumi all day, Mawile, Slugma, another Clefairy, Dottler. That's a pretty sick art. Pidgeot V. So Vanishing Wings, once during your turn, if this Pokemon is on your bench, you may shuffle it and all cards attached to it into your deck. And then for 3 colorless energy, Flight Surf, 80 damage. If you have a Stadium card in play, this attack does 80 more damage, so 160 damage. If they're not one-shotting this, you can bounce it back into the deck, like give it Cape of Toughness, put it at 260 HP. Maybe you have a Stadium in play, Lake Ossity, where he takes another 20 less damage, so it effectively has 280 HP. If they're not one-shotting it, and then you just bounce them into the deck. Just keep recycling that Cape of Toughness. Alright. Let's see. Lightning energy. Ariama, Arcphone, Medicham, Poliwag, Gligar, Umi, Mawa, Plugma. Oh, that's sick. Cast form with Charon. Weather reading. If you have 8 or more stadiums in your discard pile, ignore all energy in this Pokemon's attack cost. Okay. Triple colorless, 80 damage, draw cards until you have 6 in hand. Like, not the worst. And Clefable. I forgot there. Yeah, Clefairy evolves. Spirit Charm. All of your Pokemon take 30 less damage from attacks of your opponent's Dragon Pokemon. Like, it could come up. If Giratina starts being a dominant force, then it's kind of just a way to be like, hey, cancel out your choice belt and make you work a little bit harder. And like the fact that you can get it out with Zoroark from Evolving Skies, you just kind of have like a tech deck like that. Dark Energy, Blossom, or not Blossom, Lost Vacuum, Relicanth, Lampin, Litwick, Oddish, Love Disc, Phalanx, Poliwag, Reverse Politoed, and a Giratina. That time one of them showed up. Come on, man. So Abyss Seeking, colorless energy. Look at the top 4 cards of your deck and put 2 of them in the Lost Zone. Put the other cards into your hand. I definitely read that backwards. I promise I'm not dyslexic, as far as I know. Grass Psychic, colorless, shred, 160 damage. This attack's damage isn't affected by any effects on your opponent's active Pokemon. Pretty solid. And the V-Star is just like dominate. Maybe we'll get one in the pack and I can show you guys. That'd be pretty cool. Grass Energy, Taurus, Kamala, Toolbox, Jinx, Litwick, Oddish, Love Disc, Phalanx, Rhyperior, Revenant. So if this Pokemon is knocked out by damage from an attack of your opponent's Pokemon V, your opponent can't take a prize for it. It's pretty silly. And then it has 2 grass and a colorless. Ooh, there goes my headphone. Giga Impact for 2 grass and a colorless, 150 damage. And during your next turn, this Pokemon can't attack. So it's got some drawbacks, but if they're not taking prizes, then it's just kind of like, all right. Just keep using Ordinary Rod, recycle this guy, and call it a day. Hope they don't have that Lost Zone Stadium when they knock you out. Fighting Energy, Stunfisk, Box of Disaster, Bronzong, Steel, Hisuian Zoroark, Snover, Machop, Pikachu, Rhydon Reverse, and Mr. Mime with Tricky Slap, 90 damage. Play rock, paper, scissors. I love that they make that a thing, because there's also that supporter card. I think it's Dan. Like, play rock, paper, scissors. Winner draws extra cards or something. Fire Energy. Oh, we got a hot pack. We got a hot pack here, guys. Rhydon, Kamala, Roserade, the Assassin Roserade. Growlithe, a little Duck Boy, a little Pupperini, Seal, Reverse Bronzor, and we finally see what the Honchkrow does. Night Cyclone, 160 damage, move all energy from this Pokemon to your bench Pokemon any way you like. Okay, that's kind of cool. Another one of those that, like, I could see that being played in GLC. 160 damage, you're getting a knockout, and then it bounces the energy, so if they knock you out, you're not losing it from play. Damage Pump, the Viper, Shuppet, Delos, Growlithe, Ducklet, Rockruff, Reverse Gloom, and the Malamar. Synchrokinesis. Each player reveals their hand. If a card in your opponent's hand has the same name as a card in your hand, the attack does 90 more damage. So potentially 120 damage when we've got Malamar with the rapid strike attack, where you just need 3 rapid strikes to do 120. That's not seeing play. Cool art though. He's got that going for him at least. Looks like he's in a rave in a cave. It's a little cave rave. I know what you're doing, Malamar. Up to no good. Pretty sure I did the energy trick and then did it again, so we're just gonna see some very random stuff coming up. Sableye. Psychic Energy. Carving. Panic Mask. Palma Snow. Wurmple. Clefairy. So many Clefairies. I make like 10 Clefairy decks at this point. Heal Energy? Mirage Gate? Cascoon? Ambipom? Murkrow? Wurmple? More Clefairies. 11 Clefairy decks. Horsey? Reverse Basculegion? And Egg Cargo. You should not be a rare. Oh, 220 though. Like it hits a relevant number. Alright. Radiant Gardevoir pack. Gotta be something good. On Fire Energy, because this pack is gonna be hot. Never mind. It's been extinguished. Machoke? Iceken? There's no way that's how his name is said. Iceken. No. Iscan. Ghastly? Binacle? Murkrow? Reverse Litwick? And Manectric. I blame that water energy. Giratina pack though. Spooky boy. It's gonna give you the GVs, so he's gonna do. Right. Lightning Energy. And Tina. Nuzleaf. Gastrodon. Zorua. Nover. What? Is he just in a back alley? There's some really sketchy Pokemon in this set. Like, Malamar's at a rave. Snover's clearly doing something he shouldn't be doing. Machop. Pikachu. Jinx. Another Pikachu. And the Toad. He's just living his best life. I love that. Oh, going for a walk in the swamp. You know he's wearing his goulashes. Such a good word. Dark Energy. Licky. Luminion. Machoke. Sudowoodo. I feel like I haven't even read what he does. Impound, 50 damage. During your next turn, the defending Pokemon can't retreat. And Joust, 20 damage. Before doing damage, discard all Pokemon tool cards from your opponent's active Pokemon. Yeah. Bronzor. Electrike. Ghastly. Binacle. Reverse Volo. And Delphox V. Eerie Glow, your opponent's active Pokemon is now burned and confused. And Magical Fire, 120 damage. Put 2 energy cards from this Pokemon into the Lost Zone. This attack does 120 to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Like, it's interesting. Like, they've got to make additional Lost Zone Pokemon. I wish they made them all semi-playable. 120 to 2 things. It's like you can be setting up knockouts at least. But Lost Zoning energy is not a good time. Grass Energy, Airzu, Porygon 2, Colress Experiment, that's pretty sweet combo. Meditite, Squovit, Gligar, Phantom, Sudowoodo. Hang on. Is the sun coming up? Is Sudowoodo literally morning wood? They thought we would notice. I noticed. Watch new Pokemon. Full art Roserade with the Assassin's Rose. I love how Gardenia is like just spooked. Like Roserade's like, I'm gonna kill you. And Aerodactyl Vstar, let's go. Fighting Energy, double colorless, lost dive, 240 damage. Put the top 3 cards of your deck into the lost zone. Is that what that says? Okay, that's a bit rough. But Choice Belts, Leon, or Choice Belt Grant, you're doing 300 damage. And Ancient Star. What? Until this Pokemon leaves play, it gains an ability that has the effect your opponent's Pokemon be in play, except any Aerodactyl Vstar have no abilities. But it's an attack. Cool. That's cool though. I don't know. Like it's essentially Path to the Peak as an attack, but they can play Path to the Peak and turn it off. Although I guess then they have Path to the Peak in play, they can't use any abilities anyways. Maybe it comes up. Lightning Energy. Haunter. Poliwhirl. Wind Up Arm. Yumi. Meditite. Volbit. Gligar. Ansem. Reverse Medicham. And Stonejourner. Oh, Stonejourner. Another one of those Pokemon that's like, he's pretty sick, but he's never gotten like a good card. He's gotten some pretty okay cards, but not outright good. Luminion. Mirage Gate. Torkoal. Sketchbag Snover. He's got the ice and the grass in the back alley, guys. You'd be careful. You'd be careful. Rhydon, Apon, Roselia, Gumi, Meditite, and Beautify. Oh, that's pretty cool. Stoke Straw. Once during your turn, you may draw cards until you have 6 cards in your hand. So, Bidroll +1, but on a stage 2. I don't know about that one. Like if we get Forest of Giant Plants back, yes. Without it, nah. I got Bibberl. Hotpack, Loom, Fantina, Gastrodon, Litwick, Sketchbag, Rhyhorn, Apon, Roselia. Ooh, Reverse Lake Paucity, Ariados. Alright, I'm thinking Lightning Energy? Oh. I'm not a psychic. Swanna, Bloom, Lugma, Dynamo, Leo, Minfu, right? Because he's doing Kung Fu. Lickitung, and Rhyperior. Alright, we got 2 packs left. This one's good. This one's garbage. All in it. Gardevoir, you got good stuff. We'll leave you for last. The new Tornado Lady. You got, I'm calling it, it's got bad stuff. Just gonna be a pack full of Snowburst. All the best. Vstar. Ligoo, Electrike, Riley. Like even he looks sketchy. It's just a dude in a cave. Xenomorph, Slugma, Dynamo, Litleo, Mindfu, Radiant Gardevoir. Okay, I'm sorry, Tornado Lady. This is actually kind of cool. So all your Pokemon take 20 less damage from attack of your opponent's Pokemon V, and Psychic is Psychic double colorless, 70 damage. This attack does 20 more damage for each energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. And Spiritomb. Spiritomb is actually pretty solid. Okay, this one is the one that I said is a good pack. So if that was a bad pack, we got Radiant Gardevoir. I'm thinking Don't quote me on this, but I'm thinking we're getting an Alt-Art. And a Fire Energy. No. Minchow? Lady? Ligger? Phalanx? Poliwag? Oddish? Growlithe? T-Dot? Reverse Poliwhirl? And then something sick? Banette? Yeah, he's pretty good. He's pretty, like, Lost Zone VS Seeker. I'm not gonna say no to that. Alright, well, that's box 2 out of 3, guys. If you want to see me do the third box, link to that will be right up here. And if you missed the first video, we'll put a link to that one here. Yeah. One on the left, one on the right. Cool. Stay tuned, guys.